Hi, I'm Kristen, yoga teacher and owner of Rise and Thrive Yoga and Wellness. And I'm so excited you're here. I absolutely love teaching yoga, and I love teaching yoga to people who are new to yoga. So in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you some poses that you can do starting today to kickstart your yoga practice. So these few simple yoga poses anyone can do, and you can take your time and practice. You can watch this video over and over again, and this will help you kickstart your yoga journey today. So I'm so excited you're here, and let's get started. So we're gonna start in easy pose. So easy pose is just how I'm sitting right now, otherwise called crisscross applesauce. And if this is an uncomfortable posture for you, there's a few other options as well. You could sit with straight legs, you could sit with wide legs, you could sit with your legs kind of staggered versus close together. And so those are a few options. So pick whichever seated position feels good for you. If none of them feel good for you, there's always the option to lay down on your back with your knees up towards the sky for the beginning poses. So we're gonna start an easy pose, and that's where we are. And we're just gonna take 3 collective breaths together. So your eyes can stay open or you can soften your gaze. Hands are gonna come out to the side, palms up. And then we're gonna inhale, and as we inhale, we're gonna lift our arms up to the sky, looking up towards our hands as our palms meet, and then exhaling our hands to heart center. And then opening up our hands again, inhaling up, reach up, look up, and then exhaling, hands back to heart center. Awesome, one more time, hands out to the side, inhaling up, reach up, look up, and then exhale, hands to heart center. Awesome, so we've warmed up our upper body, we've warmed up our breath, and now we can move into our next pose, which is called bridge pose. So we're gonna move to our backs. So if you're already there, stay there. If not, you can make your way down to your back, whatever is the most easiest way for you to get there. And once you're on your back, your feet are gonna be soles of your feet on the mat, your knees pointed towards the ceiling, hands by your side. Now for bridge pose, we're gonna walk our heels a little bit closer to our bums. And then once they're there, we're gonna press into our feet, press into our hands. And as we inhale, we're gonna lift our hips up off the mat, bringing our hips towards the ceiling. And then as we exhale, we're just gonna roll everything back down and lower. So in bridge pose, when we go up, we're lifting up from the tailbone and then slowly moving the rest of our spine up. And then as we exhale, we're starting with the top of our spine and slowly lowering it down so our tailbone is the last thing to hit the ground. So as we inhale up, lift the tailbone off the mat, slowly lifting the hips towards the ceiling, and then exhale slowly back down. One more time, inhale up, and slowly exhale down. Awesome, and once you get to the bottom, you can just lift your arms up and over, stretch your fingertips away from your head. And then when you're ready, we're gonna roll up to a seated position in whatever way is easiest for you to get there, and then we're gonna flip over onto our hands and knees. So from here, we're gonna start in tabletop, and then we're gonna go into cat-cow pose. So this is tabletop on hands and knees. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are under hips, and the tops of our feet are pressing lightly into the mat. We're looking down in between our hands, pushing the mat away from our body with our hands. And as we inhale here, we're gonna bring our chin and chest forward, and our belly dips towards the mat, and our lower back curves in. And then as we exhale, we're gonna bring our chin to our chest, rounding through our lower back and looking back in between our legs to our toes. And then again, as we come forward, we're inhaling, chin and chest come forward, we're gonna look forward, belly dips towards the mat, and exhaling, rolling back, rounding that upper lower back. And again, come forward, inhale to cow, and exhale to cat. And then coming back to tabletop. You're doing such an awesome job. So from here, we're gonna go into child's pose. So we're gonna bring our knees wide, so wider than your hips, big toes together. So option, if this is uncomfortable, is bring your knees wide. You can always put your knees on a blanket, or you can bring your knees together for this. So the option is yours. And then once you get your knees into the position that you want them into, you're gonna sit your hips back over your heels. So either way, whether your knees are together or apart, hips go back over your heels, and then you're gonna stretch your fingertips in front of you and bring your forehead to the mat. So your forehead might not touch the mat. Mine's not touching the mat right now. My fingertips are spread wide. I'm pressing my hips over my heels, and your hips do not have to touch your heels here. We're just stretching through our lower back and our hips, stretching through our upper back. And I just want you to take a few slow, deep breaths right here in this nice resting pose. Nice deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then we're going to press into our fingertips and pull ourselves back up towards tabletop. And then when you're ready, we're going to swing back around to easy pose where we started. And look at that, you just did 5 minutes of yoga, maybe a little bit more, and you learned a bunch of poses that you can do on repeat any day, anytime, and fit them into your schedule. You can stay longer in some of the poses if you like, maybe skip some that you don't care for, and that's okay. So at the end of our practice, we bring our hands to heart center. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I hope to see you soon.